Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This is Smart TCG, and today I'm going to be going over the deck that Fuguan used to win the most recent Pokemon TCG World Championships in the Senior Division, and that is going to be Joltik Box paired up with the Gholdengo EX engine. This is a deck that definitely surprised quite a few people. Also saw some success in the Masters Division. There was one that got top 16, and I think has a lot of potential right now in the standard format. So the main attacker of this deck is the Iron Hands EX. With that Ampu very much attack, this is going to be the attack that you're using at the beginning of the game in the majority of matchups. You got also that Joltik with that Jolting Charge that allows you to power up cards like Iron Hands EX and also Pikachu EX with that Topaz Bolt. Now, one of the problems that Joltik Box had oftentimes was relatively shaky middle and late game. Sometimes you take a lead and then just not be able to hold on to it. So with the addition of the Gholdengo EX, you're able to take big one-hit KOs with that Make It Rain. On top of it as well, having access to that coin bonus is a much-needed boost for the consistency of the Joltik Box deck. So oftentimes how this deck will work is you will use something like Pikachu or Iron Hands at the beginning of the game, get lots of energy into the discard pile, and then transition into a Gholdengo EX deck, because once those energies go into the discard pile, you have access to cards like Superior Energy Retrieval and also Lavencia to get those back and use that Make It Rain to take big one-hit KOs. This deck is a ton of fun, and in my opinion is pretty good right now. So with that being said, let's hop into some games and show off just how powerful this deck is. If you enjoy the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. But all right, let's hop into some games. Alrighty, hopping into it here. It looks like we're going up against Dragapult here. Now we got ourselves an Arven to start off, which means we'll be able to get that turn one Jolting Charge off, which is the big thing that this deck needs to do in that first turn. Get that Jolting Charge off, get those energies onto the board. Now, specifically in this matchup, you really want to be looking to use Amp twice and then finish off the game with something like a Gholdengo. So we're going to start off here benching that Joltik. Got a couple other options here on what we want to do. I think we'll just go and Arven here. Seems fine. Get ourselves a Nest Ball and a Bravery Charm. I already got that free retreat anyway, so don't need to worry too much about anything else here. I don't really need to get the Miraidon just because I already have the Iron Hands, and I'm usually just going to use one Iron Hands in this matchup. So go here, retreat into Joltik, touch for turn, use that Nest Ball. I could get Pikachu, but I admittedly don't really need Pika at this moment. I think just one Iron Hands will do. Get that down, and then we'll use Jolting Charge. Some of these games as well with this deck, you just operate like a Joltik Box deck. This matchup, like, I would have ideally liked to get down in this situation a Gimme Goal or two, but wasn't able to do that. Next turn I will be able to do that, though. I can use Team Rocket's Petrol, get myself something like that Buddy Buddy Puffin, so see how it goes. All right. All right, there is the Recon Directive. Energy attachment there for turn. Now, the big thing is that do they have another Dracloak? That's one of the big things that they need to do, is they need to get themselves another Dracloak down. Because if they're not able to, I can just boss the only Dracloak and they can't attack with Phantom Dive that next turn, which then just means they're going to fall way too far behind. Now, we don't see the other Dracloak just yet. They chose to use that Buddy Puffin to get themselves a Budu, which means maybe they don't have one yet. They've done all these things first, and they don't have another one. All right, so this is really good for us. We're just going to be able to retreat into the Iron Hands, use that boss's orders here. Although we can't use the Petrol here in this situation to get ourselves the Gimme Goals because we can't use items, unfortunately, and Petrol, would be getting ourselves an item to search for them, which is a little unfortunate, but that's okay. We can retreat, go into the Iron Hands, use that boss's orders, bring up the Dracloak, and use that Amp you very much to take a knockout. Gonna attach this Bravery Charm here as well. Just want to have this on here. It's very good to have on Iron Hands in this matchup. So we'll use that Amp you very much, take that KO, and things are looking very, very good for us. Gonna get a couple prize cards. One of the nice things about the Gholdengo, if we are able to use this on the next turn and, get the Gholdengo out sometime towards the end of the game, is it pretty much makes our deck Iono proof. One problem with Joltik is sometimes they can just miss off, hand disruption cards, trap plays, things like that. But when you get the Gholdengo down, it's really good at preventing that. But we might not be able to get it down once again this turn because they're probably just going to Itchy Paw on us. But it should mean we should go down to 2 prizes guaranteed anyways. So things are looking good here. So there is the Iono. There is a Gimme Goal. All right. There's an Evolve into the Dracloak as well. They don't have any energies on the board just yet, but that's usually not a big deal, especially because the majority of these lists are now playing that Neo upper energy. So we'll see what we do here. Here's the Recon Directive being used. Recon at number 2. That was a big thing they needed. They needed to get themselves that second Dry Cloak down, or else things would have gotten pretty rough here. So Dry Cloak number 2. All right, Dusclops evolve. Not too bad. And there is the Night Stretcher. All right, energy. Ichipollen. All right. So, yep, we're going to be able to go down to 2 prize cards here, guaranteed. It's just kind of having a backup option, which I guess we don't really have much at the moment. Now, if they do pop Dusclops here and Phantom Dive, they actually need to pop Dusknor. I guess actually not, because there's Jamming Tower here. So, yeah, they would need to go Dusclops, Phantom Dive, KO. And then it kind of just comes down to if we're able to find Gholdengo plus KO. So, we got the Gimme Gold, though. That's the important thing, right? We got that down on the board. Now, kind of just depends what I want to do here. I kind of expect them to Iono me again here. I'd be quite surprised if they didn't. I can't really use the cards that I get off this. Kind of a unique situation where I kind of want to like take bad cards I don't want to draw, but I still kind of have to like hope they just miss Iono here, and then that'd be really good because I can get Pheasantipity down. So I think we'll get these here, and then we'll just go Amp KO, take 2. All right, 1, 2. All right. Recon. Let's see what they get here. The big thing is just hoping they miss Iono, because if they miss Iono, it should be fine. Because they'll KO the active, and then all we just need are a couple of energies at this point. Should be looking pretty good here. Got ourselves a Superior for at least 4, and then it just kind of comes down to, can we naturally draw into 1 and also a Vessel, or, you know, find Boss's Orders. There's like a few things that we could draw that would, you know, get us closer to game here. But they do got 3 Recon Directives. Using them here, we see 1, 2, and a number 3 here. Recon Directive coming out. So got themselves Fez. Yeah, they're going to see so many cards here. It's kind of hard to imagine they miss Iono at this point. I feel like an Iono is like almost a guaranteed. Like, the chance it does not happen is extraordinarily low. So, let's see what they end up doing here. There's Halucha. Ooh, okay. So that becomes a little bit scary here if they can take 3 prizes. Now, I do have Joltik, though, so I can just Joltik and try and load up another Iron Hands or something kind of as like a last resort play, because it looks like I'm going to lose some Pokemon here. So, a little bit scary. There's the energy onto the Dracloak here. Now, the big question is can they find the Dragapult? They haven't put it down just yet, so maybe there's a small chance they don't have it. We do see the Curse Blast here. I think this pretty much means they're just going to Iono us to 1. I assume this is like their play that they're making here. To take Brock Scouting, it's going to be going to the bottom of the deck here in all likelihood. There is Flip the Script drawing 3. They'd probably want to Iono first if they had it before Flip the Script, so maybe this means they don't. And we get lucky, possibly. And if they do miss here, we can just kind of Brock Scouting and just like reset the board, just kind of fill the board with gimme goals, and then, you know, kind of just get prepared to find those final 2 prize cards. So let's see what they end up doing here. It'd be a big miss, though. I mean, they only got 18 cards left, and they did end up missing, but they are going to be able to take out that gimme goal, unfortunately, for us. So, yeah. All right. Let's go here. See what we can get here. Okay. There's another Superior. What else do we want here? Let's see. How do we want to do this? So I got Brock's Nest Ball. Gotta prevent them from taking through. I guess we lose next turn anyways if we don't get Bravery Charm. We're already down. What do we do here? I guess we do this. Fez. Confess for 3. And I guess we can Turo the Latias. We got to find ourselves Nest Ball. That's what we needed. Okay. A couple things are good here. We found some of the pieces. We also can just Jolting Charge onto Pikachu and then just try and end the game with Boss on Fez. I don't hate that too. Like, that's an option. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to... Let's see. We'll go here. I need to put the... I don't have the metal. That's the issue. The issue here is that metal energy. Okay, well, Turo, obviously. Then we'll just Jolting Charge. All right, at this point, just hope they don't have another way to KO, which hopefully they don't. Now, this is the turn we're definitely going to get Iono. There's just no way we don't. I don't think they can win this turn unless they play Turo Counter Catcher. If they have Turo Counter Catcher, they would win. We have a shot. That's kind of what matters at this point. I'll take just having a shot here. Because this has been a very sketchy game. Like, we weren't just able to get the gimme goals down on the board early, which was kind of the thing that has doomed us so far in this game. It's made it a lot harder than it should be. The good thing is that we're also at 1 prize, so even if they had a Duskull, they wouldn't be able to go like Dusclops game, things like that. So, it's looking okay. Let's see. If I'm them, it's probably just CC like Fez Iono and just punch and say, all right, I lose to energy plus Prime Catcher effectively, which is like pretty reasonable to assume that I'll miss it, or just any type of energy gust, I guess. Well, actually, energy gust wouldn't even work. It had to be energy Prime Catcher because I guess I didn't put the Latias down. Yeah, I guess I could have put this back down. This was probably better to put back down at this point anyways. Okay. Because it gets healed regardless. But we'll see. Maybe they just miss here and we have a game. That'd be ideal. Maybe they prize 3 Ionos and they don't have it. That'd be pretty sick. Oh, they just have boss. Okay. So they missed. We just should be okay then. All right. Yeah, there's Phantom Dive. KOing. Wow. Didn't have the Iono. Yeah, I definitely should have benched this. This was definitely better to bench here because it just made it a little bit harder. But they didn't have Iono, so never punished, I guess. In this game, we didn't actually even need the Gholdengo, though. This was a game we didn't need it, but going to be able to hopefully get this W here. All we need is the metal energy. Oh, the Fez. Draw 3. There it is. Metal energy. Throw that down. Prime Catcher doesn't matter what I Prime Catcher. Going to use Prime. And then use that Topaz Bolt to take the knockout there. A little bit of a sloppy game, but able to take the W there against Dragon Ball. Didn't even need to use the Gholdengo. So, anyways, just a third of the Gholdengo was quite good there. Let's hop into another one. Alrighty, so hopping into it here. Let's see what we got. Got ourselves a pretty decent, I guess, decent hand. Yeah, we got ourselves Nest Ball, Genesect. We got ourselves some stuff here, which is good. Got some Brock Scouting as well for next turn, which is not bad. Go Nest Ball. I think we'll just get ourselves Miraidon at this point. Doesn't seem terrible. I guess, actually, the more I think about it, my hand is not that great. The more I think about it, actually, now. Because I might have problems moving this. I guess if I get Miraidon this turn and Brock Scouting for Latias plus... I think I want to do this. Okay, no, this is fine. So I can go Gimme Gold this turn and then Brock Scouting for Rhydon Latias next turn. Okay, that's the play. That's fine. All right, we'll go Metallic Signal. Then we go Brock Scouting into Joltik next turn. Yes, because we can get 2 basic Pokemon. So we get the Miraidon and the Latias. Seems pretty good. All right. Results, Monkidori attached to the Monkidori, and Iono, that's okay as well. Yeah, definitely getting Gimme Goal feels good. All I need is just an Arven, pretty much an energy to move this stuff. Ooh, that's not exactly what I wanted. They did put down the Artisan, though, which is good. That is important. So, let's start. All right. They're passing it off to me. There is the Nest Ball. And yeah, not a bad start here. We got ourselves Artisan, Genesect. Okay, we got some stuff cooking now. All right, we'll start with the Artisan. Use that, get ourselves a Joltik. Use the Metallic Signal. It's fine sequencing like this. We'll Dengo for 1 first, because in this situation, we'd ideally like to, I guess, potentially not even have to use the Nest Ball, or potentially use the Nest Ball for another Gimme Goal, so seems fine. Then out like this. Our hand's technically dead, though, so a little bit sketchy, but okay, that's not bad. So now we'll bench it. Adios. Bench, attach. And then Jolting Charge. All right. End up getting there is the Arven. Secret Box and the Technical Machine Evolution here. Going to be able to use that TM Evo to evolve them into Double Coolie. It looks like they're going to use that Secret Box, though, first here. Getting some energies into the discard pile. So it looks like they're probably going to be able to TM, get into Double Curly. They might even go into Gardevoir here. The more I think about it, if they're using the Secret Box, maybe they have that, and that'd be pretty good. Yeah, okay, looks like they don't. So this hand is going to be pretty powerful here. See that Earthen Vessel. We also got Gholdengo waiting in the wings to be able to potentially take a big KO to end the game. One of the things that Joltik Box can sometimes struggle with is those big KOs at the end. So now that you got the Dengo, you got a little bit more consistency. Feels pretty good. All right, there's a TM Evolution into the Curlia here. We got ourselves a Boss's Orders, which is great. Also got ourselves an Artisan too. We'll just use that. Get another Gimme Gold down. We can Genesect as well. Then all of this out of the deck here. We can use that coin bonus to draw a card, and we also have Boss's Orders. So things looking phenomenal here. We're going to use that coin bonus, draw 1, retreat, go into that Iron Hands, and use that Boss's Orders to take down the Curlia. Force Rare Candy. Now, they do have 2 Monkey Dories with 2 energies on it, which is a little bit scary here. But I think just forcing Rare Candy is pretty good at this point. All right, there is the promotion of the Monkey. Now, if they are able to get this KO here with Gardevoir EX, we will just be able to use that Gholdengo to take a knockout. We do see the energy go onto the Monkey Door. It doesn't seem like they have a whole lot here. But in this situation, if they do go Gardevoir Punch into the Iron Hands, take knockout, we just go simply promote the Gholdengo, use our coin bonuses, draw a bunch of cards, and then we have the ability to take a knockout. Now, we do see the Iono as well being used here. Definitely going to be looking for that Rare Candy Gardevoir. Going to be very important for them to find. If not, they're going to be using that Mind Bend and forcing a coin flip potentially out of me. But I ideally want to have to, you know, I would say I don't have to deal with that, right? So I ideally want to avoid that and just attack with Make It Rain. Pretty good. All right, there's Ultra Ball. Getting rid of those 2 things. Getting myself Pheasantipity here. Still drawing some cards. See that flip the script to 1, 2, and 3. All right. There's Super Rod. Oh, do they got the candy? That's the $1 million question. No, just the Curly. Okay. Well, unfortunately for me, I actually don't have a way to KO this Curly here in this situation just yet. Now, this deck does have Prime Catcher, so an Arven would be able to get me there. Also, just naturally drawing in the Boss's Orders, Petrol as well as another card too that could help me. So, still looking okay here. We're going to be able to use a couple coin bonuses. Gonna thin these both out. We got 2 Boss's Orders, 3 Arven, no Petrol right now, 1 Prime Catcher it looks like. That Petrol is prized, so that's okay though. Genesect for the 2 Dengos. We're going to use the Dengos right here. Use one of the coin bonuses. See what we get. Draw 1. There is an Arven coin bonus carrying the deck here. Giving it exactly what it needs to be able to wipe that other Curlia, and things are looking great for us here. So now at this point, I already planned to use Prime Catcher, right? So I can potentially just draw an extra 2 cards here with this Gholdengo. Maybe just naturally find Prime Catcher and then use Turo. To Turo maybe Genesect out of off the board. So, all right, we'll go retreat. and a Gholdengo. Coin bonus, got a couple more cards here. 1 and 2. Use that Arven. Crime Catcher. Seems pretty good. Crime Catcher. Bring up the Kirlia. Can hold that air balloon. Don't really need to do anything with that. And we can use that Amp You Very Much to take 2 prize cards, knocking out that Kirlia. Iron Hands carrying the deck, as it seemingly always has. You know, any deck that plays Iron Hands is always that big card. So, yeah, pretty good. Let's see, there's Arven. Let's see what they end up getting here. Yep, there's a charm. All right. Small being used. Monkey. And we should just be able to win this game here with a huge Gholdengo attack if we can draw into enough energies here. Actually, don't have any energies, but it's okay. There's the charm. There is the Mind Bend. Confusing. Trying to buy a little bit of time here, but I can also just knock out this Ralts if I don't find enough energy. So it's not that big of a deal here in the situation. So, at this point, we'll just use... see, what do I need? Could always go for the coin flip here. Oh, wait, no, I just... oh, I can't Turo and Gust, yeah. Okay. Let's see. That doesn't have switch, right? So we'll go Dingo for 1. I don't really need to take the risk, though. I'm, like, not under that much pressure to do so. Retreat seems fine. Draw 2. 1, 2. All right, 1, 2. Ooh, I'm close to game. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just a little bit short here from being able to take the KO on the Pheasantipede. However, all I need to do here is just take a KO on a Ralts. 1 and 2. Seems fine. Go attach return. Boss's orders, taking out that Ralts before it becomes a threat with the Make It Rain 1 and 2. And this should pretty much clean up this game. I feel like I don't think there's a whole lot that they can do at this point. Let's see. Take that prize. Right, there goes the Monkey Dory into the act. We might just see another Mind Bend, but that doesn't do anything, unfortunately, for them because I can just simply retreat and arm press for those last prize cards. Never allowing them to get a Gardevoir setup, using that Amp You Very Much to prevent the Gardevoir, and then having that Gholdengo to finish off the game. Also, an amazing draw engine as well, as you can see here. Looks like we're going to be able to take down that Gardevoir. There's an energy onto the Monkey Dory. Counter Catcher up onto the Dango, trying to buy themselves a little bit of time, and we do see a Mind Bend. And it doesn't really matter here because we got ourselves that air balloon that we've been saving around. We can use that free retreat and arm press for the knockout. There we go. Able to take the W, and that is the Joltik Box Gholdengo deck. A really, really cool deck, and congratulations once again to Fuguan for winning the World Championships in the Senior Division with this deck. But anyways, that is going to be it for this video. Let me know what you think of the deck in the comments. Deck list will be in the description as well. Thanks so much for all the support as always. This is Smart TCG. I'll speak with you guys again soon. Peace out.